Hello, my name is Steven. I'm 41 years old and I'm American. I first noticed that I had a hernia probably 10 to 12 years ago in the United States. It occurred once or twice, but the instances were only a day or two long, and the pain was noticeable, 3 or 4 on a scale of 1 to 10, but they didn't last more than a day or two, and when the pain subsided, I ignored it until the next episode, which didn't occur for another maybe 2 or 3 years. However, just recently, this past December, I noticed the pain again. Ironically, the pain was less severe, but the duration was a lot longer, and I couldn't ignore it anymore. And after about a solid week of the hernia coming out and being more noticeable, I decided it was time to take some action about that. I discussed with a doctor friend of mine who referred the Taipei Hernia Center to me. I came in and discussed the procedure and all of the different details that go along with it, which seemed very state-of-the-art and high-tech. And I think what was most attractive to me about this place was the personal service, along with the fact that it seemed very probable that I would be up and moving around within 3 days. I was skeptical but hopeful. From the day of my consultation to the day of my surgery, I believe was only about 4 days. 4 days had passed. The morning of the surgery was quite simple. They asked me some basic questions to judge what I would need for anesthesia. This was my first time having any major surgery and having any anesthetic, so I was a bit nervous. The surgery itself, I think, only lasted a couple of hours, and I was really surprised to wake up quickly and in a lot less pain than I had actually anticipated. When I woke up from the surgery, just a couple hours later, I was in my own recovery room and was very well attended to by a nurse who gave me very detailed instructions how to care for my wound and things that I should and should not do over the next few days to help facilitate my recovery. There were follow-up appointments with Dr. Lin. The first few were in quick succession, I think 1 week later, and the next 2 were in the next 2 weeks. And they were also very detailed. I got very personal attentive service, and any questions that I had were definitely attended to very promptly. I think I was really surprised overall with the surgery procedure, how quick and how painless it was. I was told that the recovery time would be about 3 days. I think I told my boss it would be about a week, just to buy myself some time. My surgery was on a Wednesday morning, and I went back to work on Monday. In truth, I milked it a little bit. I feel I definitely probably could have gone back to work that Friday, just 2 days after the surgery. But by Monday, there was absolutely no excuse not to go back to work. I was walking up and down the stairs to my apartment. I was already driving my scooter again by the 4th day after my surgery, and the pain had subsided substantially. There wasn't any serious pain before, and afterwards it subsided very quickly. I would definitely recommend, if you needed to speak to a doctor or were considering having hernia surgery, this would be the best place to do it, in my opinion. The service was very one-to-one, very personal. I was never left questioning anything or worried about what might happen during the procedure or after the procedure. It's been not quite 3 months since the surgery, and I've mostly forgotten that I even had it. I wouldn't say there's anything other than a tiny scar to remind me that I actually was here in the first place. It's a very seamless procedure that I'm very lucky to have had the opportunity to have done at Taipei Hernia Center.